Welcome to the deep dive. You guys really threw us a curveball with this one.
Yeah.
A YouTube transcript from the Dungeon Dudes channel.
Oh, wow.
Their first Dungeons of Drakkenheim episode.
Okay.
Now I know what you're thinking.
What, D&D? Really?
Exactly. But seriously,
Yeah.
there's so much more to this than just rolling dice.
Of course.
We're going to uncover, like, the genius of collaborative storytelling and world building.
It's fascinating to me, too.
That goes into a game like this.
Yeah.
So we're looking at a live-streamed D&D game.
Okay.
3 players.
All right.
Joe, Kelly, and Jill.
Mm-hmm.
They're our intrepid adventurers for this journey.
I like it.
And then we have Monty and Kelly, who are DMing the chaos.
Okay.
And this is where it gets really interesting, I think.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because we're not just watching a game.
Right.
We're seeing how the sausage gets made, so to speak.
Yeah, like behind the scenes.
Exactly.
The decisions, the storytelling, how it takes shape in real time.
So our mission, should we choose to accept it, I think we have to,
is to find like those nuggets of creativity, those moments where the world building and storytelling just click.
That's what we look for, right?
Yeah.
The hidden genius.
Okay, let's set the scene a little bit.
Okay.
So we're in Drakkenheim.
Right.
This city was once vibrant, but now it's a desolate wasteland.
Mm-hmm. So what happened?
Well, 15 years before the game starts, a meteor crashed.
Oh, wow. A meteor.
Yeah, but this isn't just any meteor.
Okay.
It brought with it this weird magical haze called Delirium. Delirium. And that's key to this whole thing.
I see.
It's not just a gameplay element.
Right.
It's like this metaphor for the trauma that lingers after a catastrophe.
I like that.
Think Chernobyl, but magical.
Ooh, that's good.
So we've got this ruined city.
Yeah.
But the details are where the real magic happens.
Okay.
Like gargoyles on the castle.
Gargoyle.
That are constantly shifting positions.
That's creepy.
Never in the same spot.
And then, get this, a Wizard Academy tower.
Okay.
Broken in half.
Oh, no.
And the top half is just floating, like defying gravity.
Oh, that even possible?
I don't know, but they describe it so vividly.
It's like the world itself is broken.
Mm-hmm.
And magic is the only thing holding it together.
Yeah.
What kind of power could do that?
That's a great question.
And what secrets are still up there?
I don't know. We may find out.
I hope so.
And then there's the cathedral.
A cathedral.
Yeah, its bells still toll at midnight.
Oh, wow.
As if, like, time itself hasn't moved on.
Okay.
And then emanating from that meteor's crater, a swirling corona of octarine light.
What is octarine like?
It's this deep, almost otherworldly purple.
Okay.
You know, associated with raw magic.
Oh, I see.
And that's not just a visual. Yeah. That's a signal flare to us as the audience that this city is, like, saturated with magic.
Oh, wow.
Wild and unpredictable.
That's both beautiful and terrifying.
Right. All right, so we have this world.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's meet the players.
Yes.
Stepping into this messed up magical world.
Okay.
First up, we got Pluto Jackson.
Pluto Jackson.
Prince from Caspia.
Oh, so like a fish out of water?
Total fish out of water.
Okay.
She's a battle master fighter. He wants to prove his worth. And maybe even grab a piece of Drakkenheim for his kingdom.
Ambitious.
Very ambitious. But,
what?
The dude has the worst luck with rats. Rats. It's going to be hilarious.
I bet.
Then there's Sebastian Crowe.
Sebastian Crowe.
A Shadow Sorcerer half-elf.
Ooh, that's cool.
He grew up on the outskirts of Drakkenheim.
Okay.
But after having some weird visions tied to the meteor, he gets shipped off to magic school.
Okay.
He's a big fan of flashy spells.
All right.
And his sarcasm game is on point.
I like it.
And rounding out our crew, we have Veio Sonia.
Veio Sonia. That's a cool name.
She's a tabaxi.
Tabaxi.
Think like humanoid cat.
Oh, wow. A cat person.
Yeah. And she's a Gloom Stalker Ranger.
Gloom Stalker Ranger.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's a Drakkenheim native.
Oh, so she knows the city.
Knows it like the back of her paw.
Nice.
And being a tabaxi gives her a different perspective on things.
Yeah, I bet.
Really resourceful and stealthy.
I like her already.
So what brings this unlikely trio together?
Yeah, what is it?
They've been hired by this mysterious mage named River.
Right.
To retrieve a big chunk of delirium.
Oh, so this is where the delirium comes back in.
It is.
Interesting.
But this isn't just some average fetch quest.
Right.
This is where, like, the themes of ambition and power come into play.
I see.
Delirium isn't just a magical substance.
Right.
It's like a symbol.
Of what?
Of the forces that can corrupt and control.
Ooh, that's good.
Both individuals and societies.
I see.
So their search leads them to this rundown tavern called the Rat's Nest.
The Rat's Nest.
The Rat's Nest. And let me tell you, the name is not an exaggeration.
Oh, no.
And even in its ruined state,
yeah,
the Rat's Nest is like a microcosm of Drakkenheim itself.
Oh, so...
It's dangerous, overrun, and just full of like these reminders of what once was.
Yeah.
And the rats, often seen as symbols of decay and disease, just reinforce that feeling that the city is truly on edge.
It's like teetering on the brink.
Yeah, and we're talking piles of rats. Giant rats.
Oh, no.
And if that wasn't enough...
What else could there be?
These creepy rat-like humanoids called ratlings.
Ratlings.
Ratlings!
Oh, that's a little creepy.
I know, and some are even mutated by the delirium.
Oh, that's even worse.
But then there's this surprisingly funny encounter.
Oh, really?
With the Rat Prince.
The Rat Prince?
Rat Prince.
There's a Rat Prince.
Apparently there's a Rat Prince, and he is way smarter than anyone expected.
Okay.
They even end up negotiating a hostage exchange.
What?
For safe passage.
That's wild.
But just when they think they're in the clear, they run into a group of Illyrian paladins.
Paladins?
Yeah, at the Rat's Nest.
Okay.
And this leads to kind of a tense standoff.
I bet.
But thankfully, Pluto's princely status...
Oh, wait, he's a prince.
...smoothes things over.
Okay, good.
And they even get offered more work.
Oh, what?
So the paladins represent, like, order and faith. This stark contrast to the chaos and decay of Drakkenheim.
Yeah.
And... their arrival suggests that there are, like, larger forces at play here.
Vying for control.
Exactly. And to end this first part of our deep dive, our heroes are faced with a moral dilemma.
Ooh, a dilemma. I like it.
Do they help an injured, hooded lantern captain and risk blowing their mission for River?
Right.
Or prioritize their objective and leave him to his fate?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it is.
This is where D&D as a storytelling medium just shines.
It really does.
All those dice rolls, you know, the character abilities, they're not just about, like, winning or losing. They inject this element of chance.
Oh, yeah.
Unpredictability.
Like real life.
Exactly. It's like a reflection of how life is.
Totally.
You can plan all you want, but sometimes fate just throws you a curveball.
And fate definitely has some curveballs for our Drakkenheim crew.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, do they help the hooded lantern captain?
They do.
Okay.
Which says a lot about them.
What do you mean?
They're not just in it for the loot.
Okay.
They actually have a sense of compassion.
Right.
Like a moral compass.
I see.
That guides their actions.
Okay, so they try to get the captain to safety.
Yeah.
But they get caught in this three-way brawl.
Oh, no.
Between the Illyrian paladins, the hooded lanterns, and this new faction called the Black Hand.
The Black Hand? That's new.
I know, right?
They sound scary.
They do.
What are they all about?
So the Black Hand is this mysterious group.
Okay.
And they're searching for something called the Heart of Drakkenheim.
The Heart of Drakkenheim?
Yeah.
I wonder what that could be.
Me too, but it sounds important.
I bet it is.
And then it gets really personal.
What do you mean?
They discover that Sebastian has a family connection to the Black Hand.
What?
Yeah. His father was a member.
Wow. That changes things.
It does.
That's a big revelation.
Right.
So now he's got a personal stake in all this.
Exactly.
Is his father still alive?
I don't know.
What was his role in the Black Hand?
So many questions.
Yeah, that adds a whole new layer to his character.
It does. He's torn between loyalty to his friends.
Right.
And this need to understand his family history.
I can see that.
Meanwhile, Pluto is having his own Prince in the Slums moment.
Oh.
His privileged upbringing did not prepare him for Drakkenheim.
Definitely not.
He keeps getting into these scrapes.
What kind?
Especially with rats.
Still the rats.
It's hilarious.
I bet.
But it also highlights his struggle to adapt.
Yeah, he's got a lot to learn.
And Veio.
Yeah. What about her?
She's still the MVP.
Makes sense.
Using her knowledge of the city to guide the group.
I knew it.
It's like she can smell trouble before it even happens.
She's so cool.
So remember River.
The mage who hired them?
Yes.
Okay.
They finally have a proper reunion with her.
All right. And what happened?
And she drops some serious knowledge bombs.
Oh, what kind?
Turns out she's a member of the Amethyst Academy.
The Amethyst Academy? What's that?
Think like the Illuminati.
Okay.
But for magic users.
Whoa.
And they've been studying Delirium for years.
That's interesting.
Yeah. River believes that Delirium has the potential to reshape reality itself.
Reshape reality.
That's what she says.
Wow, that's a big claim.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're in this race against the Black Hand to harness its power.
Oh, so the stakes are even higher now.
They are.
This isn't just about Delirium anymore.
Yep.
It's about the fate of reality itself.
And just when you think things can't get any crazier, they stumble upon this hidden chamber.
Oh, of course, a hidden chamber.
Deep beneath the city.
I mean, what else would you expect in Drakkenheim?
Right?
Okay, so what's in the chamber?
So inside the chamber is this giant crystal sphere.
A sphere.
Filled with swirling...
Delirium.
Delirium in a sphere.
Like a snow globe.
Okay.
But instead of snow,
it's
raw, chaotic magic.
That's both beautiful and terrifying.
Right.
So what happens when they get closer?
They get closer and the sphere activates.
Oh.
And they're hit with these intense visions. Flashes of Drakkenheims past the meteor's impact.
Okay.
And these cryptic glimpses of a possible future.
Oh, that's interesting.
They see this hooded figure.
A hooded figure.
Probably the leader of the Black Hand.
Okay.
Performing some kind of ritual.
With what?
Using the meteor's power.
The plot thickens.
And then, bam.
What?
The episode ends.
No way.
On a cliffhanger.
You're kidding?
The sphere pulses. This blinding light engulfs the players. That's it.
That ending. Seriously, what happened to them? Did that sphere, like, teleport them away?
Right. Total cliffhanger.
Fry their brains. Give them superpowers. I need answers.
It's like they threw us off the trail on purpose. We have these clues, you know, about Drakkenheim, those weird visions.
Yeah.
But where do we go from here? This is where things get really interesting, really speculative.
Okay, so let's speculate.
Let's do it.
Could the sphere be some kind of portal? You know, whisking them off to another time, another dimension. Maybe they're having tea with interdimensional beings right now.
It's possible. It fits with what we know about Delirium, right?
Yeah.
It's connected to magic, to reality itself.
Right.
Maybe it tore a hole in space-time, sent them on a crazy journey. Who knows?
Or maybe instead of actually going anywhere, the sphere just like bombarded their minds with knowledge.
Oh, that's an interesting thought.
Suddenly they know everything about Delirium, Drakkenheim's history, maybe even their own destinies.
That would be a game changer. Suddenly they're not just pawns, they're players. Yeah. They have the knowledge to change everything.
But that could be a burden too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Imagine having the weight of the world, or even multiple worlds, on your shoulders. That's a lot to handle.
Okay, now for a darker theory.
Okay, I'm listening.
What if the sphere didn't teleport them or give them knowledge but corrupted them? What if it twisted their minds, turned them into, like, puppets for the Black Hand?
Now that's scary.
Right. Imagine your friends, the people you trust, suddenly turned against you.
It makes you think, doesn't it? About how even good intentions can be twisted, how the line between good and evil can get blurry.
So, stepping back from all the what-ifs, what can we learn from this one D&D episode? I mean, besides the fact that Drakkenheim is a crazy place.
It shows the power of storytelling.
Yeah.
How these players and dungeon masters, through their choices, their interactions, create this world that feels both familiar and fantastical.
Right. It's like a reflection of our own world, in a way.
Exactly. It has our anxieties, our hopes, our fascination with the unknown, all wrapped up in this fantasy package.
And even though it's a game, it touches on some pretty deep themes.
It does. We see the allure of power, the struggle for survival, those moral dilemmas that pop up when we're pushed to our limits.
And those themes resonate with everyone, whether you're a D&D fan or not.
Exactly. It's a reminder that the choices we make, the values we hold, they matter.
They do.
Even in a world of make-believe.
So for everyone listening, here's a final thought. What if Delirium, this force of chaos and destruction, is also the key to something better? What if it's not just about tearing things down, but also about building something new?
Now that's the big question, isn't it? Whether it's Drakkenheim or our own world, the potential for destruction and creation often go hand in hand. It's up to us to decide which path we follow.
That's a great point to end on. That's a wrap on this deep dive into the dungeons of Drakkenheim. What a wild ride. We'd love to hear what you guys think, your theories, and where you think the story is going. Until next time, keep exploring those hidden depths.